Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks and welcome to another Thursday Chatting with Troy. I appreciate you joining us. As I always say, if this is your first time here, welcome, and this is where I answer your questions. If you've got a question for me, just ask it down in the comment section below. I'd appreciate it. Y'all still coming up with some great, unique questions. Thank you so much. Man, I'll tell you what, I couldn't do this without you, so many thanks to all of you. And cheers to you. Before I open this, I just wanted to show y'all, this is a beer from Deep Ellum Brewing. Y'all seen me drink this before, I believe. This is Nito Bandito. This is for my buddy Justin, Babyback Maniac. There you go, Justin. And this video's, this Thursday chat's probably going to be a longer one. I'm going to try to catch up a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't go more than an hour or so, but it's probably going to be a long one, just so you know. But I mean, I'd appreciate it if you watch through the entire video or just put it on your headphones and work, you know, while you got me going in the background. That'd be wonderful. But if you just want to look through and see which questions are being asked in this episode and where at in the video that they're asked, just hit show more beneath the video, folks. It's right beneath the video. If you've got it full screen, collapse it down a little bit and you'll see show more right beneath the video. When you open that up, it's the description box. I've got those questions along with where at in the video. I've got other YouTube channels I may mention during this video. I've also got products that I may mention down there. I've got my social links, my affiliate links, my app, Troy Cooks on the iTunes and the Google Android stores. I've got all kind of stuff, my social media and whatnot down there. Anyway, y'all check it out. It's a lot of information down there. But here, cheers to everybody out there. Man, I really look forward to these Thursday chats. They're excellent. I learn just as you learn. If I answer something that you may think is not quite correct or I don't totally understand the question, but maybe you do, feel free to chime in. I'll state the name of the person that asked the question beforehand, before I ask the question. If you've got something to, some feedback or something else to comment on that question that they asked, just hit plus and then their name that I mentioned. And that way, they'll get a message saying, hey, you've got a comment from so-and-so. We're a community. We help each other out, and I know I'm not right on every answer. I don't know everything out there. We're learning together, so let's keep this going. It's fun, y'all. I appreciate you joining us. Let's get to it here. This is, another question from my buddy John. His channel is Rivet Gardener. Great channel. Y'all go check him out. Links down below in the description box. Just show more. What you got for me, John? He says, do you like wheat beer? Yeah, I do like wheat beer. Not all of it, though. I don't like it to be overpowerly wheat-like, you know. But I do like some wheat beers. Yes, I do. He says, we got some nice versions locally here in Missouri. Hope y'all have a great weekend and take care. There you go, John. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I actually tried one recently. I can't remember the name of it, but it was sold at my local grocery store. The girl at the front counter checking out, she's like, are these any good? I've been wanting to try one. And I said, I don't know. I'm fixing to try one, too. And I forget the name of it. But, yeah, it was pretty good. If I see the name, the label again, I'll know which one it was. And I may bring those on board and try those on camera for you. What we got here? Next question. It's actually two questions or more than that. From the Gucci Pilot, my good friend Darren. How you doing, Darren? Here, cheers to you, my friend. All right, Darren says, Troy, Gucci here. I know you're an honorable man. What does Justin Wilson mean to y'all Cajuns? Justin Wilson is like the grandfather that we didn't have growing up. You know, those of us that weren't real Cajuns, you know. That man can cook. What we're doing on YouTube today and what the Food Network is doing, it was all Justin Wilson back in the day. I mean, back in the, you know, that's back when Julia Childs was on TV. It was Julia Childs and Justin Wilson is what most people watched. There's a couple other ones out there, but for the main part, yeah, those two. Great stuff, man. Really good Cajun food. I've actually tried some of his recipes. I think I've done one or two of his recipes on this channel, and I think I gave him a shout out, but I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, that's what he is. He's like the grandfather, great grandfather that was out there showing the rest of the world how we cook Cajun food. It was a wonderful thing. I think a lot of it. Let's see. Gucci Pilot. Darren's also got another question. He says, Troy, this thought kind of struck me like lightning. You make all these awesome Maine barbecue dishes. What about the sides? Can you share your favorite bean, slaw or tater salad recipe? Or what about fried green tomatoes? I don't think you're Southern enough to know what that is. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Gramps. That's a good one, man. You know what? We actually do pick some green tomatoes. In fact, James was over here last year and picked some of our green tomatoes, and he made green fried tomatoes. Yeah, I know what green fried tomatoes are. We have them here, man. I've actually got my mama on video making a potato salad recipe. In fact, who was it? I think Stephanie. Yeah, I think Stephanie and her husband William. I think they made the recipe that my mom showed on video, and she sent me a picture of it. They did that for July 4th, I think. They loved it. It was good stuff. If you want to see that video, I'll put it up here for you. There you go. As far as I've also shown how to do baked beans homemade. All right, so I've got that out there. I'm not going to put that video up here, but I'll put it in the link down below just so y'all see it, okay? The other stuff, coleslaw and stuff, I haven't really done coleslaw. I think Karen made some kind of slaw, but it's mainly like for that taco, fish taco video, I think. So that's kind of a slaw, but not really the slaw that you're talking about for barbecue. Yeah, I could do some slaw. I'd also like to make like some apple cobbler or peach cobbler, stuff like that. Apple pie, peach cobbler. Yeah, that'd be some good size. Mac and cheese. I made macaroni and cheese balls one time, but not really for barbecue. I just got, wanting something different, But I've done that before. So yeah, maybe I'll do some mac and cheese and maybe some peach cobbler, apple pie, stuff like that. Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks for the suggestion, Darren. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Next question is from Ryan Stone. He says, "Hey T-Roy, love your channel." Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. He says, "I'm new to smoking, and your information has been very useful. So my question is, what are the pros and cons of lump versus briquette charcoal, and which would you recommend for a newbie? A response to the comment would be sufficient. Oh, if you don't want to have time to answer the next week, sorry about that. Much appreciated. Keep doing what you're doing." Hey, thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that, man. I may have answered you in the comments, but I saw it as a question, so I went ahead and put it on my list. I think I have answered this one recently. Newbies, I would suggest you start out with charcoal briquettes because they burn consistently and evenly, and they have a constant, pretty constant heat. They don't burn as hot as lump charcoal, which burns unevenly, and the temps do fluctuate depending on the size of the wood and how big the piece of wood, that kind of thing. But lump charcoal is harder to control. So for newbies, definitely go with charcoal briquettes. Be my 2 cents. Appreciate it. Next question from Zach Smith. "Troy, do you watch the All Things BBQ channel?" Yeah, I do. Sure do. He's got some great stuff. So Chef Tom cooks some pretty amazing stuff. Yep, he does, man. Chef Tom's cool. And also, do you get inspiration for cooks from watching other channels? I know you inspired me to buy an offset. Thanks. Well, cool. That's very cool, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Zach. I do watch my other YouTube friends out there and subscribe to quite a few cooking channels and whatnot, and I do get inspiration from them, but I like to throw my own twist on it, so I'm not making their exact recipe usually. If I do, then I'll give them credit for sure. Sometimes Karen will do some recipes that she's found on like some magazines or on other YouTube channels, and we'll give credit where credit's due, But definitely, man, there's like I may watch 3 or 4 different channels on how they do something, and I may take and combine those methods and also put my own input into it. So inspiration, yes, definitely. YouTube's fun, man. Like I didn't know when I moved into this house, I didn't know how to take care of a pool. I learned how on YouTube. It's good stuff, man. Good times. Glad you got you an offset though, Zach. Happy barbecuing, my friend. Keep that smoke rolling. Next question is from Brendan French. "How you doing, Brendan? I ain't heard from you in a while, man. Great to hear from you. Great to hear from you, man." He says, "Hope you're still responding to comments on here. I try when I have time." He says, "So happy you've gotten to 60,000 subs." Thank you. I'm almost 65,000 now. He says, "Hope you remember me from the days even before you hit 10,000 last year." Yeah, Brendan, I really do. I remember you, man. What I remember is your last name, French. Because I came from Louisiana, and that's all they speak down there pretty much is Cajun French. You know, unless you get to the eastern side or the northern part of Louisiana, but that south and west of New Orleans and Baton Rouge, actually, that's Cajun country, man. He says, what's your favorite way to cook ribs, at what temp, and with what seasonings? Hope you're having a great weekend. Yeah, cooking ribs, man. I just like to cook them on one of my cookers, doesn't matter, on some smoke. I usually use pecan or post oak or some kind of oak. But as far as the rubs go, I like a rub for pork ribs. I like a rub that has some brown sugar in it, and also like to, after it's got a little bark on it, you know, I like rubs that have brown sugar, you know, salt, bunch of black pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic, or maybe a little bit of onion, but not too much. What else goes on there? Maybe a hint of cayenne, maybe some paprika. Depending on the mood, maybe a little cumin. So there's a bunch. Most of what I do is just store-bought rubs, though. You know, stuff that I buy online or get from my grocery store. The way I like to cook them, though, I like to put them on a little smoke, get a little bark on them, and if I feel like wrapping them, I will, but usually I don't. If it's a full rack of ribs. Now, usually if it's like country-style ribs or some like flanking ribs or something like that, I do tend to wrap after they've got a little bark on them, because at that point they start kind of getting dry because they're so small, they're so kind of thin, you know. So I usually will wrap them. When I wrap them, I may throw some apple juice or apple cider vinegar mix in there, and some butter, maybe some barbecue sauce, depending on my mood. And with beef ribs, like I was mentioning, you know, with a lot of brown sugar and stuff like that with your pork. With beef ribs, I like salt and pepper. I like a 60-40 mix of pepper being 60 and salt being 40. Maybe a touch of cayenne. Kind of the same stuff I would put on a brisket. That's what I like to do on the beef. But again, whether it be pork or beef, if it's the little smaller type ribs, I usually wrap them. That way it keeps them moist, helps make them tender, and it helps them cook faster. But great question. Appreciate that, man. Oh, temp. You asked me what temp. 225, 250. That's usually what I do. For the smaller cuts, maybe 225 so they don't dry out. Thanks, Brendan. Appreciate it, man. Great to hear from you again. Next question is from Tom Bond. How you doing, Tom? Appreciate it. Cheers to you, my friend. That's a good beer. It's got a little hoppiness to it, but I like it. It's not like an IPA, though. What you got for me, Tom? He says, please, could you do a video or explain how you add charcoal partway through your cook? Thanks for doing these videos. They're a great resource for those of us starting out. Best wishes to yourself and to Karen. Cheers, brother. Tom. Yeah, cheers to you, Tom. I think I did that recently on that sand versus water video where James was on it with me, the first test we did. About halfway through the cook, or 3/4 of the way through the cook, we noticed the temps on both smokers started dropping. So we added, I don't know, 15, 20 charcoal briquettes. And you just dump them there so that the ones that are still lit will light the ones that you just dumped in. Don't let it go totally out. If you do that, you need to relight the chimney and get some more coals going. But if you've already got charcoal in there, just put your new charcoal, and I just like using the chimney just to dump it in the door there, or dump it in your firebox. But just dump the new charcoal briquettes, whether it be charcoal or lump, near where the lit ones are, and they will catch fire. Simple as that, man. I may do a video on that for you, just to show you. But it is on that video where me and James do the sand versus water on the Weber Smoky Mountain. Check that one out. Jai Jai, or Hi Hi, however you want to say it. Is the J silent? I don't know. J-A-I. Jai Jai, that's what I'm going to say. All right. He says, loving all your content. Thank you very much. I'm new to smoking and want to know, what is your go-to wood? I'll look forward to your next Q&A. Thank you. My go-to wood is usually going to be pecan. And sometimes I switch it up. Like, when I order my wood from Toyota Wichita, one time I'll order pecan, like I did this last time. When I run out of pecan or start getting low on pecan, then I'll order oak. Post oak is what I like to use. That's what's popular here in Texas. They're both similar as far as the intensity of the smoke flavor. They have different flavors, of course, but they're similar in the intensity. If you go with hickory or mesquite, it's a more intense flavor. If you go with fruit woods, it's a less intense smoke flavor. So pecan and oak are right in the middle there somewhere. So that's what I like. Appreciate the support, and thanks for the question, man. Appreciate it. Next question is from Mad Chef RW. Tips and tricks. Hey Troy, great vid. Really enjoy your Thursday night Q&A. Thank you, appreciate that, man. What do you think about that solid aluminum Kamado cooker? Oh yeah, man, you're talking about the one from Shopper's Choice. They're, yeah, I actually went to their shop and saw it before they even released it to the public. That was cool, man. It's called the Blaze. That's what it is. All their products are under the name Blaze. That was a cool Kamado, man. That was very, very cool. Got to put my hands on it and check it out. Solid, well built. I don't think you can destroy that thing, man. For me, it's well worth the money. It really is. If you want to go that route and spend the money, I think it would last a lot longer than your Kamados, Big Green Eggs, and those other ones. Those, you know, those can crack on you. This one, no. But yeah, I had the opportunity to do that. Me and Greg at Ballistic BBQ, BigMeat Sunday, John, JB was there. Who else was there? I forget. Anyway, it was quite a few YouTubers and some bloggers. We all joined up and went up there. They invited us to go check out their new Blaze line of products that they were just coming out with. This is probably a year and a half, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Yeah. Great though. Blaze makes some good stuff, man. A Shopper's Choice. ShoppersChoice.com. I'll put the link down below, folks. Next question is from Barbecue for Fun. Great vid as always, T-Roy. Thank you very much. What do you think of the new Kamado? What do you think of the new Camaro Joe design changes? Keep up the great info. I like the new changes for the Camaro Joe, and I do like that Camaro Joe is always innovating and stretching the limits to what they can do in their designs. That new gasket material that they put on there, that looks fabulous. I wish I had it on mine. And the latch for the lid, I like that idea as well. And the new spring mechanism, I need to get those springs for mine. All that stuff looks excellent. The only thing that I'm not sure about yet is the design for the fire pit, the very bottom ceramic piece. Instead of one solid piece, they've got it split into like 8 different sections that you have to fit in there together. And I guess it makes sense if one part cracks, you don't have to replace the whole thing. You just replace one section. But I don't know. I guess you don't really pull it out that often to clean it. So once you get it fitted in there and get it set up right, I guess it wouldn't be a problem. But overall, I like the changes in the new top, the vent on the lid. I saw Justin, he's having some issues with it. And I think he mentioned it to the company, and they're looking at it and looking on fixing that. But there were some issues with it. If I remember correctly, it's like the moisture that would try to escape would collect and like drip outside onto this patio or something like that. I forget. But again, overall, great. I love Kamado Joe, man. It's good stuff. Thanks for the question. I'm getting parched. It's hot out here again, folks. It must be 100 degrees today. Next question is from Gray Ghost Koga. Interesting name. Once again, a great Q&A. Cheers to you. Hey, cheers to you. Thank you. Give me a reason to take a swig. Again, it's hot out here. I'm sweating. How y'all digging my new shirt? And I got some new swim trunks on too. I don't know if I can show you or not, but got me some new swim trunks on here. Check this out, man. See if I can get back here. Maybe y'all can see it back here. They're long fellas. They got orange, a little light blue, and a little dark blue down here. Anyway, I went shopping earlier. Thanks to all you who support me. Appreciate it very much. Also got a prime brisket today. And I got some nice flanking style ribs today. And those videos will probably be up before this video goes live. Which brings me to my other thing I was going to mention. I forgot earlier. These videos are going up. But if if this is going up in August, when I think it is, I'm not going to be in town. So I'm not going to be able to answer your comments, whether I be on these Thursday chats or on my Tuesday cooking videos. I'm going to be out of town. I'm helping my son move, and then I'm going to see Dan, SmokeyGoodness, for the solar eclipse, and then I'm going to keep Bettag's for his Labor Day party, hopefully. if I've got the energy after that, after helping my son move and then going to Dan's. If I still have energy, I'm going to Keith's. Can't wait to see Booger and Paivi and Tango Joe and DW and Greg, Keith, of course, and his wife Terry. Anyway, there's a bunch of them that are going to be there, man. And Keith's partners that are around with him all the time, Bologna Ring Boy, Bologna Ring Ranch, and Greg McCutchan. Yep. Can't wait to see y'all, man. So hopefully I can make it. So anyway, it'll probably be the second, third week in September before I get back to a routine of answering comments is what I was getting at. So just, if you got something to say, fine. If you don't, that's fine, because I won't be reading it until I get back from my trips. So hope y'all understand. Great Ghost Koga, he says, have you ever tried Akaushi beef? Most of it's raised and processed less than 2-hour drive from Austin. Yeah, I did. I actually bought some. I did a video on it. I think I bought a ribeye steak. The only thing I didn't like is that when you order it on their website, they don't give you an option of different thicknesses. It only comes in like maybe 1/2 inch thick. And I like my steaks like 1 3/4 to 2 inches thick. So I wish they sold larger steaks. That's my only complaint. But the Akaushi beef, that's some good stuff, man. Really good, really good. It's like Wagyu. In fact, I think it is Wagyu. They just can't call it Wagyu. Something like that. Anyways, I did some research on it. Thanks for the question, though. Appreciate it, man. Next question is from Kenny YouTube, or 123. How you doing, Kenny? He says, cheers, Troy. Another reason for a drink. Cheers. He says, I watch all of your videos out here in California. California's pretty, man. I want to go visit Northern California. I haven't been up that way yet. But I've been from San Diego and LA area and all that. It's really cool. He says, as a former jeweler, I noticed you don't wear a wedding ring. Is there a story of almost losing a finger in a barbecue lid accident? No, Kenny. No, it's just that I make these videos here at my house, and I don't usually wear my wedding ring here at the house. I wear it when I leave my house. Plus, way back in the day, I mean, back when I was young, I was learning to be an electrician apprentice. Learning to be an electrician, journeyman. But I was an apprentice. And you couldn't wear jewelry. So that kind of started me on that, but I will wear my wedding ring. I have trouble with W's, I think. I will wear my wedding ring when I'm out in public. Like when I went and got the shirt earlier, went and got the meat for the cooks I'm going to do this later this week. Yeah, I was wearing my wedding ring. You know, I can't do injustice to Karen like that, man. I love the girl. Let's see here. Appreciate the question, though. Thanks, Kenny. Joe Busey. Or Joe Busey. I forget how you say your name, Joe. I forget, man. I apologize. T-Roy. Did you put the blue emu lotion on your burn? No, I didn't. I did go get some, but it was after this thing was already healed. He's talking about this burn right here. I burned myself on my air fryer. It's about healed up, though, ain't it? But no, I didn't put any on there. He says, I take your cooking advice, and I hope you took mine on burns. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, I probably should have, but by the time I got to the store and got me some, it was literally already healed, man. It didn't even have a scab on it anymore. So I'll try it next time. Like I said, I did go get some, and I have, back in my memory here, I will remember that. So I appreciate the advice there, Joe. Thank you very much, my friend. 426 Super B says, what's your favorite barbecue? He's laughing. He says, a tough one, right? Mine's a toss-up between barbecue javelina, which is wild pig, and grilled smoked venison. He says, javelina wins. Cheers, bro. Cheers to you. I'd say my favorite, oh man, that is a hard one, honestly. Golly, man. I love pork spare ribs, and I love flanking style ribs. Of course, pork butt and brisket's always good too, but I like my ribs, man. I like the bone. I guess I got some caveman in me or something. Maybe. Appreciate it, Super B. Next question is from Mad Dog 8148. How you doing, Mad Dog? Cheers, my friend. Great to hear from you. Man, I think we got some rain moving in. Maybe it'll rain while I'm doing this video. That'd be cool. Help cool me off, too. It's hot out here, I'm telling you, man. Mad Dog says, Troy, did you ever think of making a cookbook for all your recipes and cooking and smoking methods? Keep me posted. Thought about it, but I've declined to do it so far because I really don't think I can make a lot of money doing a cookbook. Unless it went on the New York top seller list or something, but that ain't gonna happen. So, I don't know, man. You know, I'm seriously thinking about doing the Patreon thing. Because I know a lot of people don't know how to use PayPal and don't want to use PayPal, but Patreon's pretty simple. So maybe as one of the perks for doing that, maybe I'll offer a cookbook free to the Patreon supporters. I'm thinking about it. Appreciate the suggestion, man. Mad Dog also says, by the way, Thursday chats rule. Yeah, I like Thursday chats too, really, man. It's the highlight of my week. I love it. Thanks to all of you, though, man. I couldn't do this without all of you, man. I appreciate it. He says maybe you can do a Thursday chat twice a week, like a Tuesday and a Thursday. That would interfere on my Tuesday cooking videos, though. But maybe I can do a second Thursday chat, maybe like a Saturday chat or something. Or maybe a Monday chat. Break it up. Appreciate it, though. Let's see what else you got. He says, just saying that because you're really knowledgeable and an awesome partner. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mad Dog. Man, thanks for the kudos there. I appreciate it very much. Next question is from a buddy Rich. Rich's River Smokers, West Virginia. Y'all go check him out. Link is down below. He's got some great videos, folks. Loves his barbecue. Puts a lot of love into his barbecue. And his kids are cool, too. Excuse me. Rich says, awesome video, Troy. Have you ever entertained the idea of having a sub over to cook one of their favorite dishes on one of your cookers? Love you, bro. Love you too, Rich. Cheers, man. I have had some friends, some subscribers over that, you know, they're friends. I mean, basically, you guys are my friends. May not know you personally, but, and y'all probably know a lot more about me than I know about you, but, you know, it's rarely that I've ever met any one of the people that follow my channel that are rude and obnoxious when I meet them in person. They're all usually joyful to be around. They're bubbly. They get excited talking about food and barbecue and cooking and Cajun food. So they're real genuine people, just like I am. I mean, it's great. I love that about this community. I love it. And the other YouTubers and people that I follow, when you meet them in person, they're sometimes even better in person than they are on camera. Some of them still a little camera shy, you know. But if they're off camera, they're like your best friend next door. Like Justin, Babyback Maniac, when he came over here, man, I swear I kept telling the boy, it's like, man, I think you're like a long friend from high school or something. It's like we just click. I mean, we really enjoy each other's company, and that's cool, man. I love that. I love that. But having some subs over, yeah, I had Jeremy over here. Jeremy's up around the Dallas area, so he was here. He brought me some venison, which Jeremy, I'm still going to cook for you, man. It's still sitting in my freezer. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it, though. And also, Jose. What's Jose's name on YouTube? Joe-eyed or something like that? Anyway, Jose was over here one time with me and James. Great guy, great buddy. You know, I'd love to have him over here again sometime, too. So I have had some of them over, and we did have a great time. Plus, I've had other YouTubers over here, as you know. But my subscribers, yeah. So, if any of you are here in the local area, let me know. Maybe have you over here and do a cook. You know, I got weekdays off now that I'm retired. I'm just saying. Thanks for the question, Rich. Next one is another YouTube channel. Y'all check him out. Kondrla's Kitchen. How you doing, man? How you doing? He says, great video, very useful info. Are you able to smoke meat using an electric grill, like the George Foreman grill? Just curious if you put wood chips in a foil pack and place it on the heating element, if it would work. Love the videos. Cheers. I don't think that would work. Not on the type of grills that you close like a panini type press type grill. And if you just got a regular grill that's inside, you put on your stovetop or something, that may work. In fact, they do make those. And I've put links from Amazon in my affiliate links on those before. They have different sizes, different shapes, but yeah, they work wonderful. And I've seen JB using one. JB has one he uses on his channel sometimes. But instead of the George Foreman type grill, what I would do is get one of these stovetop or oven smokers. And I'll put a link to it in my affiliate links down below. Just hit show more, okay? And y'all go check out Kondrla's channel, man. Got some good stuff. Thanks for the question, man. Appreciate it. Next question is from Movie Guy 34. If you're interested in movie reviews, go check this guy out. Movie Guy 34. Link down below. Ooh. Hang on. I think somebody just opened the gate, and hopefully it's my neighbor. Must be my neighbor, because Lucy's right there staring. She'd be going nuts right now if somebody's in my backyard. So, we good. The show goes on. Movie Guy, what you got? He says, hey Troy, I love jerky as well. This is a great video, even though it wasn't jerky. But I really like the original jerky and the spicy one. Sorry for bad grammar. Which one you like? Favorite, by the way. Oh, favorite, by the way. You're a great YouTuber. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. So he favorited me, I guess. I like a black pepper type jerky. I don't like it to have a lot of like heat spice. I like it to have pepper spice, and I like for it to have some smoke flavor too. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, some of those video recipes that I did on jerky on my channel, those are really, really good, folks. I need to check those out if you haven't already. And if you forget how to search for specific stuff on my channel, just click on my name, T. Roy Cooks. It'll bring you to my home page for my YouTube channel. You'll see my banner across the top of it that Darren was so gracious to create for me. It's a beautiful banner. I love that banner. But below that, you'll see videos, playlists, comments, stuff like that. And then almost in the middle, beneath my main logo at the top, you'll see a little magnifying glass. When you click that, a box will open up, and that's a search box. Like today, I was looking for my video I did on pork belly, so I just typed in belly in the search box, and it pulled up my pork belly videos. If I were to type in crab, it would pull up any videos where I had crab in the title, or crab in the description, or crab in the tag. So I use that feature all the time. Hope y'all do too, man. Works out great. Because I get a lot of people ask me all the time, have you done this, or have you done that? And I'm like, yeah. And I'll find the link using that search feature that I just talked about, and then I'll send them the link to the video and explain how they can search my channel for those same types of things. So it just searches my channel when you click that little magnifying glass. It doesn't search all of YouTube. Thanks for the question, though, Movie Guy. And folks, hope y'all go check him out. If you're into movies, like most people are, go check him out. Show him some love along with all these other YouTubers I'm mentioning. Like this one. Cooking with a Little Spice. How you doing, Melissa? She's got a great channel too, folks. Y'all go check her out. She says, oh, thanks for answering my question. She asked a question on a previous Thursday chat. You're quite welcome, Melissa. She says, just curious, what do you like to do for fun when you're not cooking? I like to just, really, man, I just hang out here at the house. I don't like to go anywhere or do too much of anything. You know, if I'm just hanging out here at the house, I'll just get in my little float chair in my pool with a cool one and just hang out, listen to nature and enjoy looking at the clouds, or if it's nighttime, looking at the stars and trying to catch some meteors or meteor shower, or checking out the moon, the planets. I'm into space, so I like the nighttime stuff. If me and Karen are going on vacation somewhere, I like mountains, I like waterfalls, I like streams, I like the sound of water and nature. I'm not into the beach scene that much. I don't like to be super hot. I don't mind going somewhere where it's snowing, but I don't want to be out traveling in the snow. I don't want to go skiing. I like going fishing. Fishing's fun, but I don't want to be out on, on some water with no sun, with no shade or something over my head. I like to be on a bank with some trees around. I don't want to be out in the sun. So there you go. Anyway, that's just some of the things I like to do. And sometimes in my free time, I'll just, maybe go drive to a park or something and go walk around with a hat on, just so that I don't get sunburned while I'm playing some Pokemon. I do that. Anyway, she's got a great channel. Y'all go check her out. Thank you so much for the question there, and feel free to ask some more. I love plugging you. You got a great channel, Melissa. Keep up the great work, girl. Next question is from Bradley McWilliams. How you doing, Brad? He says, hey, Troy, wee question. I'm thinking about buying an offset, and I've priced the Yoder Wichita to be imported to Scotland. My God, that's going to be some pricey offset right there, boy. He says, as you can imagine, the price is significantly higher than in the States. Yeah, I've heard it's like 3 to 4 times as high. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that, man. But he says, no other manufacturer seems to import into the UK regularly, so leave it up to the client to arrange shipping and etc. What's your thoughts on going local and buying something here? I would be concerned about steel thickness and build quality. We're talking about close to 2,000 euros sterling cheaper. Thanks, man. Brad in Stonehaven, Scotland. Brad, thank you for joining me all the way from Scotland. I got a little bit of Scotch in me, man. And every time I go visit my buddy John at BigMeat Sunday, he feeds me Scotch like it's water, man. That boy loves his Scotch. But anyway, yeah, I got, in my blood, I got Scotch ancestry, man. Got Irish, too. Yeah, I wouldn't go that pricey on an offset, even if it was a Yoder or not, man. I think you'd have better luck maybe talking with Pitmaster X Row. And I'll put his link down below so you can find it in the description box, okay? But get with Roll and find out where he's getting his pits, because he's got some really nice pits. And I think he's just outside of Germany, if I remember correctly. So he can probably hook you up and tell you where to go to get one. If you have a welder make it for you, that'd probably be the cheapest route to go. Plus you can specify the thickness of the metal, the shape of the pit, the vent sizes, the door sizes, and all that. And there's plenty of good websites or forums out there that have instructions about properly sizing the pit as far as firebox compared to the cooking chamber and how big your stack should be, all that good stuff. So all of that's already out there if you can find somebody to build it for you. That would be the cheapest way to go, in my opinion, since you're over, in Scotland. Unless you want to make one yourself. A lot of people build them out of like old hot water heaters or propane tanks. That's a good one. A lot of the barbecue joints here in Austin, like Franklin's Barbecue, they've got like a 250 or 850 gallon propane tank that they cut and welded up and made pits out of. So it works. Anyway, thanks for the question, Brad. Appreciate the support, my friend. Next question is from my buddy Doc, Wolfgang Hood. What's up, Doc? Cheers to you, Doc. He says, Kyle at Patriot BBQ uses his Blackstone Grill a lot. Yeah, Kyle's a great guy, man. Patriot BBQ, got a good channel. Y'all go check him out. I'll put a link down below. He says, Doc says, have you ever thought of getting such and doing some cooks on it? Oh, like getting a Blackstone Grill. He says, love your vids, my brother from another mother. Hook 'em horns. No. I've actually got a cast iron griddle for my Camaro Joe. I have used it. I don't think I've used it on video. If I have, I forget, but I have used it and I love it, man. It works great. So I don't really need the Blackstone griddle. But, if I decided to get one for my Weber kettle, Yeah, that'd be one thing I'd probably do, just as an accessory. But great suggestion, man. I may do it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, next question is from David Sanchez. Hi, Troy. Congrats on your retirement. Thank you, David. Appreciate it, man. Can you recommend hole-in-the-wall barbecue joints around the Austin area you would recommend? I know you've mentioned you don't get out much. Just maybe you had a couple of good spots. Thanks ahead of time, and cheers to you, my friend. Dave, Deep South Texas. Cheers, Dave. Yeah, I mentioned these in a previous Thursday chat. There's 3 good ones that are in Lockhart. You got Smitty's, Kreitz, and Black's. Those are all real good. In Austin, La Barbecue, and I like Styles Switch. Styles, S-T-I-L-E-S, Switch. And yeah, I guess that'd probably be it. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I mean, there's some good ones in Tyler, too. But you're in South Texas. I don't know if you want to drive all the way up to Tyler. Not Tyler, Taylor. My mom lives in Tyler. That's way northeast Texas. Anyway, appreciate the questions, David. Come to my house, David, next time you're in Austin. Let's cook up something, my friend. How about that? It'll be better than what you get somewhere else, I guarantee you. All right. Oh, next question is from my subscriber, my friend, Jeremy. I told y'all he brought me some venison. It's still in the freezer, but Jeremy's asking a question. Y'all check this out. He says, great chat, Troy. Thanks, Jeremy. He says, I'm looking forward to you doing up that venison. There you go. See, he told you he brought me some venison, man. It was great meeting you, Jeremy. I want you to come back sometime soon, my friend. You just let me know when you got some free time, okay? Jeremy says, I have a question that you can answer now if you'd like to. Sure, I will. Now that you're a retired full-time YouTuber, would you consider 2 chats a week to work through the ever-growing backlog? I love to wake up to a Saturday chat. That is something that I can definitely do. Yeah, I definitely could. These Thursday chat videos are not hard at all to edit. I mean, because I'm almost doing it live right now. I basically just edit off the very beginning, where I'm like testing the microphones, make sure everything's okay, and also edit the very end where I'm getting up to shut the camera off. All the in-between stuff, unless Karen comes out here, like when she was wanting those tomatoes that time, you know, unless Karen comes out or some dogs go nuts or something, I'm usually not stopping the camera. It's just rolling, and I'm just sitting here, just chit-chatting with all of you, just as if you were sitting right in front of me. So I think that's cool. I could definitely do that. The hardest part about these Thursday chats is getting that description box. That takes probably 2 or 3 hours to get that description box ready. Because once I upload the video to YouTube, I've got to go back and watch the video and listen to it to find out the exact moment where those questions are asked. Because when I try to do it and it's on my computer, if I try to mark those exact spots of where at in the video the question's asked, it's off once I upload it to YouTube. I don't know what YouTube does with it. It changes the format or something, but those spots are off if I try to do them ahead of time. So it takes me a little time to do that. If it's an hour-long video, it may take me 2 hours to go through it and list all of those questions and where at in the video they're at. And then I've got to find all the YouTube channels that I mentioned and put them links down there in the description box as well. I got to find all the products I may mention. So I may listen to this video 3 or 4 or 5 times before it even goes public so that y'all can watch it. So it's very time consuming, but hardly any editing. So there you go. Anyway, that's a good one. I may do Saturdays. I may do Mondays. I don't know. We'll see. But I know most people are home on weekends. So y'all let me know. That's a good question. If I decide to go twice a week, what other day would you like besides Thursday? And mind you, you can watch these anytime. Just because I upload it on a Saturday or on a Monday doesn't mean you have to watch it on Saturday or Monday. It's going to be on YouTube here on out, unless YouTube kills my channel for some ungodly reason. It's going to be up there anytime for you to go back and watch it. So does it matter what day I upload? If I do a second day a week where I'm doing a chat? Y'all let me know. I'm curious. Great suggestion. Thanks again, Jeremy. And please do let me know when you have some free time. I'd love for you to come hang out again. That was a blast, man. Cheers to you, my friend. Next question. Oh, my buddy Mike. Fishing with Mike Chavez. Mike likes to fish, if you couldn't tell by his YouTube channel's name. Fishing with Mike Chavez. Y'all go check him out, folks. Link is down below. What you got for me, Mike? He says, great Q&A, Troy. Thanks, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel by asking questions. He says, as you know, I have a fishing channel. Yep, you sure do, man. He does. He got some good channels, good videos on there too, man. You ever check him out? He says, I'm starting to dabble with cooking along with my fishing. Cool, man, cool. I've been getting a lot of questions. People want me to do some fishing videos. You know, cooking fish. So if you cook fish, they'd probably love it. I'll send them to you, man. Let's see. I'll do some fish videos for y'all too, okay? Just saying. He says, I have a 22-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. Any suggestions on how to smoke, cook, or barbecue fish on the Weber Smoky Mountain? Thanks, buddy. Cheers. There's 2 ways you can go about it, Mike. Actually, 3. You can smoke it low and slow, like 220, 225, even 210 would work, depending on how much smoke and how long you want to leave it on there. And if you're cooking it low and slow like that, throw you some barbecue sauce on there too. You can also raise the heat up to like 350, 325. Of course, you're probably going to have all your vents wide open for that on the bottom and the top. And pile that thing full of charcoal. It's going to burn through some charcoal, but it'll crank the heat up in there. I've had mine up to like 350 to 375. But again, that was a full load of charcoal. I did not use the minion method. I put the full chimney of charcoal on there hot and spread them around all over the charcoals that were unlit, not in one spot in the center like you would a minion method. So that'll help get the temp up. The other way you can do it, and I've done this with steak and it works great. Take the midsection off of your Weber Smoky Mountain. Just sit it on the side somewhere. Light a fire in the base like you normally would, and you can set up a direct and an indirect zone like you would a Weber kettle. Okay? You put your fish on that hot side, sear that baby up on each side, and then move it over to the indirect side and let it finish cooking. Or you can leave it on the direct side and let it finish cooking that way too. But that way you got like a real charcoal grill from your Weber Smoky Mountain. So there you go, Mike. 3 different ways, however you want to look at it. They all work great. Depends on how you want your fish cooked, man. And yeah, barbecue fish is good, man. Smoked fish is good too. Next question is from Matthew Scotty. How you doing, Matthew? Says, hi, Troy. Love the vids. Appreciate it. Says, I got a question for the chat. I currently have a 22-inch Weber Smoky Mountain and a 6-burner gas Summit. I've been looking into upgrading the Weber Smoky Mountain to a charcoal Summit. What are your thoughts on the charcoal Summit? Is it worth adding it to my arsenal? Thanks, and best to you and Karen. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate it, Matt. If you've already got the Weber Smoky Mountain, I think the only reason you would want to get the Summit is if you want to cook at higher temps. Like I was just talking about with Mike's question. But you could cook higher temps directly over the charcoal if you remove the midsection on the Weber Smoky Mountain. The Weber Summit would be better at maintaining higher temps for a longer period of time. And it will get a lot hotter than the Weber Smoky Mountain. For me and the way I cook, I personally don't know that I would ever want one. It'd be fun to have if I had the extra room. Just, you know, because guys like to have their toys. But as far as a necessity, no. If you've got the Weber Smoky Mountain, I wouldn't think that you would necessarily need the Summit. But again, depends on what you want to do. If you don't have a Camaro Joe or a Big Green Egg, you may want a Summit. Maybe the way to go. So, check it out, man. It really depends on you and how you want to cook. And if you haven't, I'm sure you've already done research on the Summit, but if you haven't, my buddy Justin over at Babyback Maniac, he did a review between the Summit and the Camaro Joe. You might want to check it out. And it's a fairly recent video, too. Maybe a month and a half or so ago he did it. Maybe 2 months by the time this goes out. Anyway, Babyback Maniac. Tell Justin I said hello when you go see him. I'm going to see Justin here soon, too, y'all. Don't know if we'll get it on video. We're going to be traveling. I think he's going to go with me to Dan's. You know, SmokeyGoodness? Yeah, it's going to be good times. You know we'll be shooting some videos of Dan's. As long as it's not raining. I hope it ain't raining, Dan. Doggone it, man. And I don't know when this video is going up, so we may already be up there in Lincoln. I don't have any idea. I hadn't scheduled it all out yet, but I'm shooting all these videos ahead of time. What's today? Today I think is like July the 15th or something that I'm making this video. So I'm shooting these videos ahead so that when I'm gone, I can have them scheduled, already uploaded to YouTube and scheduled to go out Tuesdays and Thursdays for my cooking and my Thursday chats. So that's what I'm saying. These videos will be going up on a regular basis, like they should be, just as if I were here, but I won't be here. So if you've got a really pertinent question you need to ask me, you better off asking me on my Facebook page. Just shoot me a direct message on Facebook. Because I get those messages on my phone. If my phone's near me and I'm not driving, I can probably respond to you pretty quickly. But if it's on my YouTube channel as a comment or a question, I'm not going to be able to respond to you because I don't have a laptop to bring with me, and I may not bring my iPad. Anyway, so Facebook's the best way to catch me if you need me while I'm on the road. That's all I'm saying. Appreciate the question there, Matt. Next question is from Raleigh. How you doing? How you doing? I want to say Ra's name is Rachel. Is that right? I think I remember that. If it is, how you doing, Rachel? Cheers to you, girl. T-Roy, have you and others ever thought of doing a meet and greet for your fans with other YouTubers like James and Sapo, etc.? Yeah, actually JB does that at his spring fling every year for Crawfish Boil. I was mentioning Keith Bettag. Keith Bettag does it every year for his Labor Day get-together. And there's usually a bunch of YouTubers along with fans that show up to these events. It's not something that I really want to do. I mean, I know I could. But part of the problem where I'm at is the parking. I don't have a lot of parking area out in front of my house. And quite honestly, I'm lazy. I don't want to go clean my house and then have to clean up afterwards. So I like little small groups, 5 to 10 people maybe. But large gatherings like at Keith Bettag's and JB's where he's got 40, 50, 60 people, nah, I won't be doing that. I'll go to those events, but I won't have them here. So how about that? That's all I got for this week, folks. Is that it? I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, that was it. I'm out of questions. I got to print me another list out now. How you like these cicadas I got around here? Locusts. Sound cool, huh? I'm fixing to go swim, man. I'm going to rip off this shirt. Well, not rip it off. I'm not the Incredible Hulk, but I'm fixing to go for a swim. Feels good out here, man. Hot, though. Anyway, folks, again, thank you very much for your support. Couldn't do this without all of you, so I greatly appreciate it. And again, if you feel that you have something that you need to provide some feedback on, you have some extra advice on some of the questions that I was asked, or if you've got some more experience than I do on some stuff, feel free to leave some comments down below. And just, again, put a plus sign and then the name of that person that asked the question so that they'll know that you're responding to their question. So I hope that helps. Thank you again. We'll see y'all next Thursday, folks. And I don't know where I'm going to be at when y'all see this video, but I'll be having some fun, I guarantee. Little Justin Wilson for you. If y'all like this, y'all give me some thumbs up. Be sure and check the description box. Just hit show more and show some love to all the YouTubers that I mentioned, and check out all the products and my links and all that. I'd appreciate it. And folks, again, I hope y'all share this video. When you do, please tell all of your friends that T-Roy cooks responsibly. Cheers, everybody. See y'all next Thursday. I'm going swimming.